Paul George. Tracy McGrady.
Paul George.
Tracy McGrady.
Paul George.
Tracy McGrady.
Ferguson going to inbound for OKC. You got to think Paul George has to get a touch at some point, and he does. The three ball quickly. George.
On this episode of NBA Now and Then, the greatest comparisons, we compare two of the smoothest guards to step foot on an NBA court.
This current star is a complete Swiss Army knife, offensively and defensively. He does it all.
Kobe Bryant once claimed this player was his toughest matchup, and it solidified his legacy as one of the game's all-time elite scorers.
Finding supreme talent with versatility is a rare thing in the NBA, but not with these two.
We are excited to present to you Paul George and Tracy McGrady. I'm Uriah.
I'm Maurice.
I'm Lucas.
And we're here to talk NBA
Now and Then.
What's good, everybody? We're back with another classic comparison with two smooth wing players that were good on both sides of the ball, as was stated by Maurice. And we're going to start with the fundamental question. We want to know which player today is most like T-Mac or Tracy McGrady. I'm going to go to Lucas first. Lucas, why are we comparing these two players today?
When you think of like slender wings and ball skills, you think of these two guys here. They're both, they're not like bulky wings like you see the majority of players today, but you also see unique type of ball skills that these two players play like if they were 6'4" versus 6'8".
Yeah, for their height, they have tremendous guard skills and
fluidity to their game.
Yeah, they're fluid, they're smooth, they can get their own shot. What about you, Maurice? What do you think?
Two versatile players, both are 6'8", both around the same weight. Both players can fill up the basket. Both players can score. Both players can dribble. Both players can play defense. Both players can block. Listen, this is a good comparison of two wing players who, for their eras, played at a high level.
The highest level there is, all-stars, and I'm sure Lucas is going to get into some of those stats and the accolades. Ben can't be here with us today, but that just means Lucas gets to take over and give us some of those awards between these two players. And the one thing I'll mention is Tracy McGrady. His game is parallel to PG so much that I forget who it was. I think it was a former player or a current player where they labeled PG as a baby Tracy McGrady. So the parallels aren't just with us in this feature show that we have, but a lot of players around the league can compare these two. And that's what we're going to do right now. You guys all set?
Let's go.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Shout out, Ben.
First quarter. Background.
All right, it's time to talk about young Trace, a.k.a. Batman, a.k.a. Playoff P, a.k.a. my favorite, PG-13. But before he got those nicknames, he was born Paul Clifton Anthony George on May 2nd, 1990 in Palmdale, California. His dad was a carpenter and his mom was a homemaker. Growing up about an hour north of Los Angeles, PG didn't have many options to get into trouble because the town he lived in was so small. He did spend a good amount of time fishing with his dad. According to a Sports Illustrated article written by Lee Jenkins, when PG was 10, he faced a serious family tragedy. His mother had a stroke that caused her to lose mobility and her sight for 2 years. Yeah. As he started playing hoops more in middle school, he really looked up to Kobe Bryant. He remembers playing one-on-one full court against his buddy once he got to high school. Quick trivia. How many AAU programs invited Paul George to play for their team before he became a high school senior?
Do we just have to guess, or are you going to give us like three options?
I'll give you an over-under. Ready?
Okay.
All right, over-under 3.
I'm going to say under, because Paul George didn't go to a big-time college.
All right, Maurice, what do you think?
That's actually a really good guess. I was going to say under as well. I was
right.
thinking like 0 or 1.
Okay. You're right, Maurice. The answer is 0.
Wow.
0. And
Yeah.
Lucas, good grab. He did not go to a big school, and I'll get to that in a minute. Yeah, he was not as highly coveted as the counterpart of this episode, like T-Mac. He was really, really coveted by scouts. But anyway, back to PG. When he did get invited to play on an AAU team, he actually was part of the B team. Kind of interesting that he didn't develop his skill until later. Now, as a late bloomer, he did struggle to be aggressive offensively in high school. His coach, named Tom Hager, went to extreme measures to get Paul George to shoot more. What do you guys think his coach's ultimatum was to get PG to shoot more in games? A, do push-ups, B, run suicides, or C, sit him on the bench? Let's go with Maurice first.
Wow, if you didn't shoot more, you'll be on the bench. I don't know. That's just like the backwards way of doing that one. But I want to say push-ups.
Playing basketball in high school, suicides were the ultimate threat. It had to have been suicides.
I was thinking push-ups because maybe that'll help you with your jump shot.
No, your arm's going to be pudding afterwards if you do too many of them.
Well, that's the punishment.
But then you can't shoot more because your arms are pudding.
Your arms are pudding. I never heard that one before. Pudding?
Oh, yeah.
Is that original? You just
I
brought that up?
I think
Pudding?
it's original. I could be wrong. I might have pulled that from somewhere, but I don't remember if I did.
I'm thinking of noodles, like, you can't lift your arms.
Now, I will tell you one phrase that my basketball coach in high school always said. Whenever somebody passed us the ball and it hit off of our hands, he said, "You got hands like feet."
Yeah,
hands like feet.
A lot of big men in the NBA got hands like feet.
How about $1 million move, 10-cent shot? You guys ever hear that?
Yeah, I've heard that one.
I've heard that one, but I don't think my coach said that one.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of great coach speak we could get into, but the correct answer was what Lucas said. So good job, Lucas.
Let's go.
Suicides, man. Like nobody wants to run
This might be my episode, guys. It might be my episode.
I think you're 2 for 2 now. This is your error.
I only came into the NBA when T-Mac was already on the Rockets, though.
Oh, okay.
So I only got post-prime T-Mac.
All right. In an article written by Mark J. Spears for Andscape, here's a quote from Paul George's coach. Quote, "He would make another pass and come out again. I would say, Paul, would you please shoot the ball? Then finally, one day between games, I said, quote, you're going to run 20 suicides, but I will take one off for every point you score tomorrow." He kind of got the idea. If he didn't start scoring, he would start running.
Yeah, there you go.
Love it.
What a way to convince a player to shoot more, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it must have worked because Paul George's game went up a few notches. In the 2007-2008 season at Knight High School, PG averaged 23.3 points a game and 11 rebounds. Yet, unlike many of our featured players, he did not play in the McDonald's All-American Game or the Jordan Brand Classic or even the Nike Hoop Summit. So let's go to Lucas first. What stands out to you about PG before he got to college?
So me and PG actually have something in common here. You guys ready for this?
What?
Okay.
We both have 2 middle names.
Oh, okay. I didn't even know this.
And one of them is the same.
Really?
Yep.
Okay.
Anthony, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, Clifton Anthony. What's your other middle name?
I'm not going to tell you that.
Why not?
I'm not doing it on the air. It's my legal name.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
It's my government name, as the kids would say. Can't be putting that out there.
All right. Sounds good. But at least we know it's Anthony now. All right.
I mean, look, he was a kid in L.A., in the L.A. suburbs that, and of course you say, oh, Kobe Bryant was my favorite player. Kobe Bryant was like the icon for a whole generation of kids that are now playing in the NBA.
It's
crazy.
Yeah.
Especially in California, right?
Yeah, California.
Yeah.
I mean, like, you still think of, like, Jason Tatum, Devin Booker, too. They weren't California kids, but they, you definitely hear the Joel Embiid, a center.
Yeah.
Yep.
Kobe Bryant. So it's just crazy how Kobe's influence is still being felt in today's game.
Yeah, our first ever episode, which was Vince Carter and Zach LaVine. Zach LaVine was tremendously inspired by Kobe. So, yeah, his legacy is all throughout the current NBA. What about you, Maurice?
Listen, if a coach threatened me with suicides and told me all you have to do is shoot more, listen,
he had to score. He couldn't just shoot. He had to score.
For every point, yeah. He would
every
take off
point.
a suicide.
Either way, I'm going to be the Allen Iverson of that gym.
Right.
I'm putting up shots. I'm scoring whatever I got to do. Foul line, whatever.
I want to know how many suicides he actually ran after that day.
Well, I don't know, but he got his money's worth. I know that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, when I used to coach, I actually had the opposite problem. I had one player who just always wanted to shoot, would never pass the ball, and I used to sit him down like, "Got to pass the ball, buddy."
Just make him the sixth man. Just have him as the sixth man.
Yeah, well,
six men got the green light to shoot whenever they want.
He's probably all grown up now in his 30s. But anyway, so
oh, don't say that. I'm in my 30s.
Yeah, anyway.
Trying to date yourself here, man.
I am. So his journey into the college ranks was not easy, guys. The only major college that PG got came from Fresno State. Yes, the Fresno State University. When he did suit up for the Bulldogs, they had more losses than victories. Paul George had talent yet unlocked while at Fresno, but the team was not good. He only played 2 seasons before going into the draft. You guys want to hear his college numbers?
Sure.
First year PG, he averaged 14 points, 6 boards a game.
As a freshman, that's really good in college ranks.
Yeah, 14 points. Yeah, even at Fresno, right? Mm-hmm. They did fail to make the NCAA tournament after going 13-21. Second season, his numbers increased 16.8 points, 7.2 rebounds, and he did average 3 assists per game. Over under. What was Paul George's career high at Fresno State? Over under 40 points. Maurice.
It's Fresno State, so I got to go over here.
I'm actually going to go under. I don't feel like he had that aggressive gene until like his 3rd or 4th season in the NBA, so I'm going to say under.
His coach would have been mad. High school coach.
Yeah. Because I'm tired of hitting the positive bling for Lucas, I'm going to do this for Maurice.
Oh.
So Lucas is 3 for 3, guys. He's on a roll right now. So his high was 30 points versus New Mexico State. So Lucas, you were correct. After his sophomore year, he did earn all WAC second team honors, but that was it, guys. For the second year in a row, Paul George's team did not qualify for the NCAA tournament because of their 15-18 record. Not too long after he decided to end his college career at Fresno, PG entered his name into the NBA draft, where he was selected by the Indiana Pacers.
With the 10th pick in the 2010 NBA Draft, the Indiana Pacers select Paul George of Fresno State University. Paul George from Fresno State, 6'9", 214 pounds, almost 17 points, 7 rebounds, and 2 steals a game. He led the team in all those categories this past season. He originally signed with Pepperdine out of high school before a coaching change compelled him to transfer to Fresno State. What kind of player is he, Jay Billis?
You know, Stu, he's a little bit of a late bloomer. A guy who's 6'8", he's got a 6'11" wingspan, so he's long, he's very versatile. He's got all the tools. He's got a very good shooting stroke, he's got good quickness, he's got speed, and he's improved over the last year and a half. He's improved as a finisher. He's improved as a free throw shooter.
All right, Lucas, what comes to mind when you think about Paul George's college career?
I remember this draft. And I'll be honest, I was like, who the heck is this kid? He's at a mid-major college, averaging 16 points a game. His team didn't even have a winning record. I was like, oh, this guy's going to be a bust. It's just going to be all potential, no substance. And, you know, obviously proven wrong here. But I guess the thing is like, you know, he was putting up these numbers at a mid-major college. And by the way, the West Coast Conference in basketball is not a joke. Is Fresno State in the Mountain West, or are they in the West Coast Conference?
It's WAC. I don't know. I don't even know what that stands for. But
WAC. Okay, so they were part of the WAC. The WAC doesn't exist anymore. Fresno State eventually. The WAC had some good teams. in basketball. So that's a little surprising. But, at the same time, despite the big numbers, you weren't really getting winning plays. That really winning results. Is that because of him or his teammates? Yet to be determined. I guess determined it was his teammates, clearly. But at the time, you didn't know. It was a risky pick. There's only one player left in that draft, and that's him. You had John Wall, DeMarcus Cousins, Gordon Hayward, Evan Turner. As Sixers fans, if Ben was here, he'd be like doing like a type reaction to that pick. That wasn't a weak draft class. And you could make the strong argument that he's the best player to come out of that draft class.
Yeah, the whole concept of not making the NCAA tournament, which, like Ben would say if he was here, is like an audition for players at the collegiate level to show NBA scouts, NBA organizations what they can do at the highest level of competition at that level. And he didn't even get that opportunity because, like you said, Lucas, the team had a losing record.
It's strange because you went over the statistics at Fresno State and nothing really jumped out at you.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm curious to know what was the insight into Indiana Pacers to draft Paul George.
I think Danny Granger was starting to deal with injuries at that point.
Yeah, they were kind of similar players. Yeah. Now, mind you, Larry Bird was the executive at that time for the Pacers. So maybe he saw something a lot of people didn't see in college.
He's from a mid-major college himself. Being able to scout that type of talent was
maybe he saw.
And they almost drafted Kawhi Leonard before trading him for Paul George. So could you imagine if they were on the same team back in Indiana?
Wow,
well, that would eventually did become teammates, but we'll get to that later.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they eventually did.
Yeah, eventually did. Yeah. But yeah, maybe Larry Bird saw something in Paul George. He maybe thought he saw it in himself.
Yeah.
Many years ago, maybe.
Yeah.
If you think of that starting five and I'm sorry, you know what? Never mind. I'm not going to steal your thunder. I'm not going to steal your thunder with the teammates.
Thank you.
But please let me talk about that when we get here.
Right.
Yeah, definitely.
Put a pin on it.
I was going to say, Larry Bird at every level, he's won or been successful as a coach. He went to the NBA Finals as a player. He won multiple rings. And as an executive, like you said, Maurice, he saw something in Paul George, despite going to small Fresno State and not even making the NCAA tournament.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think PG, he went through some rough times, but he was able to endure, thrive, and now he's a star playing for the Sixers now. But let's switch gears and let's go to the other side of the comparison. All right, it's time to talk about T-Mac, a.k.a. the Big Sleep. But before he got those nicknames, he was born Tracy Lamar McGrady Jr. Before T-Mac was swarmed by NBA scouts as a senior at the North Carolina powerhouse basketball program, Mount Zion Christian Academy, he was playing at Auburndale High in Florida. Playing at the obscure school, he averaged 23 points, 12 boards his junior year, but he still was not getting noticed by any D1 colleges outside of his home state. Only Florida and Miami had him on their radar. True or false? Despite not turning heads in the college recruitment world, T-Mac was absolutely certain that he would one day play for a big-time D1 school. Maurice, true or false? He had that much confidence.
Well, he showed he was confident in himself, so I'm going to say yeah.
All right, Lucas?
I'm going to agree with Maurice on this one.
Oh, man. Your first L of the day.
Oh, that's my fourth L.
Yeah, Maurice, just stop chiming in, man. You just passed.
I was going to copy Lucas, but you asked me first.
I had a streak.
The streak was broken. All right, so I would have said the same thing because T-Mac.
Yeah, of course you want to have confidence in yourself.
Yeah, you want to have confidence. But according to my research, he admitted that he'd wind up probably playing at nearby Polk Community College because he did not have the grades necessary to academically qualify for a D1 school.
Oh, okay.
So T-Mac he struggled with the academic side. A basketball coach who knew T-Mac since he was 10 years old was quoted in a Sports Illustrated article. Quote, "The kid has never had much guidance or discipline in his home life, so he's always been a wanderer, and I felt he had reached a crossroads. Down one path, I saw a scenario which Tracy might get into another incident at school, lose basketball, and then drop out. And he might actually wind up on the streets. Down the other path, I saw the way out. I saw Mount Zion. His lack of exposure is what led him to transfer to Mount Zion, thanks to Reverend Donald Fozard, who founded the school in 1985. T-Mac moved to Durham, North Carolina, where he lived with his coach, Joel Hopkins, and T-Mac's teammates in a 14-room house on a scholarship funded by over 1,000 church members. His high school was very strict, and Hopkins put his players through rigorous training. The school was labeled a Christian boot camp, while Coach Hopkins was compared to another tough coach, but on the college level. Which coach do you guys think he was compared to? Here are your options. Coach K from Duke, Coach John Thompson from Georgetown, or Coach Bobby Knight from Indiana. Lucas, what do you think?
I'm going to go Coach K just because locally, same state, and Coach K was known for his military style of leadership.
All right, Maurice, who do you think?
Lucas said Coach K.
You gonna go with Lucas?
Yes.
All right. Join the loser crowd.
Oh.
Maurice, your bad luck has rubbed off on me.
Maurice is bad.
Let me guess, it was
It
John
was
Thompson.
actually a logical answer, though.
It was because of North Carolina and the connection.
Let me guess, John Thompson. Really? Bob Knight?
Yeah, it was Bobby Knight. Bobby Knight.
That's not good. Yeah. That's not a good comp. Like, I love Bobby Knight, but like, he was not a.
But to be fair,
he had temper issues.
It's such a random trivia question. So, I mean, how could you know any of that? But according to the article, his high school coach was really strict, and he's kind of more like Bobby Knight. Here's another one. T-Mac did have a first choice for a college if he decided to go. We all know he skipped college and went straight to the pros. But who knows what college he would have wanted to go to had he gone to college? I'll give you a hint. It is a top school.
Is it in the same state that he? I mean, even if you
it's not in the same. I'll give you that.
I'll say UNC.
I'm going to say Kentucky.
Kentucky. All right, Maurice.
I'm gonna go Kansas. Why?
Lucas, that's for you. I was trying to give you a hint.
He was literally shaking his head to get Maurice.
Yeah. Lucas was right.
Kentucky was the big thing back then with Rick Pitino and all that.
In 96, 95, 96?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Rick Pitino was there, wasn't he?
In 95, I don't remember Kentucky at that point in time, but that would have been his school. So imagine if he would have suited up in the blue and white.
You're right. I got a question. Why did they call him the Big Sleep?
That's a good question. It could be because it looks like his eyes are always sleepy. So maybe he looks like he's
I was going to say something to not compare his physical appearance to, like maybe he rocked you to sleep with his crossover.
That could be it, but I don't know. That's a good question. Yeah, I have to research that. Or you can research that and put it on Facebook.
Look, I put a lot of stuff on Facebook, by the way. Shout out to our Facebook fans.
Yeah, Lucas is killing it on Facebook with his polls, and he's just doing a really great job at that. Please follow us on Facebook, by the way. Good plug, Lucas.
Yes.
So the school had to actually cancel, believe it or not, a press conference where they were going to announce Tracy McGrady's commitment there, according to his high school coach. Now, outside of that quote or that research, I can't verify that, but could you imagine like being a college and getting a press conference ready and then players like, I'd rather go to the pros, but guess
that's
he needed
the real reason why David Stern decided to make sure that players can't go pro anymore.
Yeah, that was his legacy he left behind. You got to play 1 year in the pros. So the tournament that really put T-Mac on the map to be a legit option as an NBA prospect, even as a high school player, was the Reebok Holiday Prep Classic in Las Vegas. In its 20-year history, only college recruits showed up. But T-Mac, he attracted 15 NBA scouts, and he put on a show that pretty much solidified his chances of skipping college and going pro. In that tournament, he put up 24 points, and he won the MVP of the tournament. He was actually encouraged by the number one college prospect in the country at that time, which was, anybody want to take a guess? 95, 96, top college prospect.
Kobe Bryant?
No, he's actually, we're going to
Kevin Garnett.
Feature him. We're going to feature him in an episode coming up.
Kevin Garnett?
Not KG.
Well, it wasn't Iverson. He said 96,
He's from New York. He's from New York. New York City. Sham God. Bald head. Lakers. I can't give you any more than that.
Lucas is stuck.
Lefty.
I'm stumped. I have no knowledge.
Lamar Odom.
Oh.
Yeah. So
that was the same draft? That was the same draft?
Around the same time. Yeah.
Okay.
So Lamar Odom at the time was highly coveted, number one prospect in the country. He actually told Tracy McGrady, quote, "Tracy, you're the best high school player around. You need to go to the NBA." And that's what he did, entering the 1997 NBA draft, where he was chosen by the Toronto Raptors.
With the 9th pick in the 1997 NBA draft, the Toronto Raptors select Tracy McGrady from Mount Zion Christian Academy.
Tracy McGrady, for the third year now, a high school player is drafted. Kevin Garnett, last year Kobe Bryant and Jermaine O'Neal, and now Tracy McGrady.
All right, Maurice, what stands out to you about Tracy McGrady's non-college career?
Well, I mean, that clip kind of summed it up right there. Like, they were looking for the next Kobe.
Right.
And this was the era when high school kids came out and declared for the draft. And listen, overall, I think there were more misses than hits. But if you hit on a high school player like Kevin Garnett, Kobe Bryant, I mean, even Jermaine O'Neal was a serviceable NBA player, but a couple of those guys are Hall of Famers.
Yeah.
And then Tracy went to become a Hall of Famer. Sorry to steal that thunder. But, yeah, if you hit on a high school player, so that's the reason why a lot of teams took that risk.
Yeah.
And for Tracy McGrady, it was well worth it.
Okay. How about you, Lucas?
It made me think of players that didn't do well getting drafted. But then getting drafted out of high school. But then there was a player that played on Syracuse, and I'm looking him up right now. And he was supposed to be a first-round pick out of high school, but then he dropped from the draft and went to Syracuse, and I can't remember his name.
Syracuse?
Yeah. What year was it?
He played in the mid-2000s, so it was like the last year before that happened. He's a forward, too.
Is it Warwick?
No, I don't think it was Warwick. Warwick got drafted. This guy never ended up getting drafted because he didn't do well at Syracuse. He was just a role player.
Okay.
But he was so good in college and in high school that they were going to have him as a first-round pick.
Okay. More research. Yeah, I think I think when it comes to Tracy McGrady, it was actually Isaiah Thomas, I believe, was in charge of the Raptors at the time. And I think he's the one that rolled the dice on Tracy McGrady, recognized that raw talent. Truly, he flourished once he left Toronto. Had he stayed, who knows how many rings they would have won with a certain Hall of Fame player that just got inducted. But T-Mac was just such a tremendous talent, even as a young player. I guess he didn't refine his skills at that point, and he, had to move on to different opportunities, different team. One thing that is interesting, Lucas, it reminds me of your whole middle name connection. Both players, PG and T-Mac, they were named after their dad. And the contrast really is the recruitment. It's really remarkable to me how most players that we've featured on our show were pretty much everyone wanted get their hands on them. They were trying to hide players in basements, right? Remember Dirk was hidden in the basement?
Yeah, that was a crazy story.
That was a crazy story. So, yeah, check out that episode. Dirk Nowitzki, he was hidden in the basement by Don Nelson back in the day. But, yeah, PG was not highly coveted. T-Mac was, and he didn't even go to college. So I'm ready for some stats. What about you, Maurice? You want to hear some stats?
Absolutely.
All right. So that means, Lucas, you're up, man. You ready?
Let's go.
Second quarter. Statistics.
There's Paul George, jumper good, so he's on the board.
It came off, he was trying to go behind his back. Good find, really good find by Monte. And Paul does a 360 off the pass from Monte Ellis. And I mean, it was a solid pass, too.
He's got 7. He's hit 2 of 3 from the field. Indiana just 3 of 8. They have doubled up Indiana at 24-12. Paul George behind his back to the free throw line. And PG has 9. Gets it to Paul George. He had a 12-point opening quarter. Guarded by Burks.
Boy, he fouled it, too.
Here's Paul George. And that's going to be another one, and he got it.
Got it.
That's our 5th foul on a 3-point field goal. That's short. Jordan Hill got the offensive rebound. Quick pass out to George. Step back 3 for Paul George. Lead is 11. George again for 3. PG has another one. Indiana trailed by 5 at the half.
I need the 3. I knew he was going to shoot it. I knew he was going to shoot it. And was able to get it to Millsap.
Here's Paul George, another 3. That's a 6.
All right, those were the highlights. Here are the numbers. Paul George is listed at 6'8", 220 pounds. He is known for his nickname PG-13 as he's worn number 13 for the majority of his career, but there have been 2 stops that he has not worn the number 13. Can you guys tell me which 2 stops they were and what number did he wear? The first one should be pretty easy.
Well, the first one is his current team, the Sixers.
Yes. And what number is that?
That's Will Chamberlain's number, so that's not wearing 13.
So what number is he wearing right now with the
24?
Sixers? It is number 8 with the Sixers. Now, what was the other number he wore, and what was the other team?
The other team who wore 24. What team was it?
I think it was OKC. Was it OKC?
Is that your final answer? Is that what you guys are going with?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, man.
The number is correct. The team is wrong.
I can't win it.
He started out his career as PG-24 with the Pacers. He switched to 13. He changed his
number.
He was I thought he was 13 with the Pacers the whole time. Oh.
Nope, he wore 24 from 2011 to 2014.
I wonder why he changed his number.
Nickname purposes, branding.
Yeah.
PG-13.
Thought it was just cool.
Yeah.
It does make sense. So, anyway, Paul George has, after his first 2 seasons, has been pretty successful since then, minus the 2014-15 season when he was only playing 6 games because he was returning from that horrific ankle injury from the Olympics.
Was it ankle or knee?
It was an ankle.
It was
he
ankle?
Broke his ankle.
Okay.
Yeah, that thing went the other way. Went sideways. Oof.
Yeah.
At least it turned in instead of out.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Anyway, choosing his best season was a little bit tricky, but I'm going to go with the one that he had 2 times in his career where he got MVP shares. I'm actually going to go with the 18-19 season, his second year in OKC, when he had 2 very dynamic teammates, which I will leave to Maurice. He averaged 28 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists, led the league in 2.2 steals.
Wow.
Half a block a game, a shade under 3 turnovers a game, and a shade under 3 fouls per game while shooting 44% from the field, 38.5% from the 3-point line, and 84% from the foul line.
Okay.
And like I said, he was 3rd in MVP voting that year.
That's an MVP caliber season right there.
I would say so. Anyway, any initial reactions from this?
Under 3 turnovers to average 28 points. Have the ball in his hands as much as he did at OKC. And I know he had, like you said, he had a couple of dynamic teammates. However, Paul George, man, like his bag at that point, he was really, really tough to guard because there are so many ways he can kill you from the perimeter, off the dribble, on the break, and the steals. Like you said, pretty much leading the league over 2 a game. But I think really those turnovers, you would think a player who averaged almost 30 would turn the ball over 4 times per game, but it just shows you how skilled PG was, or still is, in terms of being a primary scorer.
He has only averaged more than 3 turnovers in just 4 seasons out of his career.
Wow. And he's been in the league over a decade, so that says a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And for me, just coming back from the injury itself and still playing at a high level, we've seen some guys have major injuries and they become a shell of themselves. And listen, I thought the best version of Paul George was before the injury with the Pacers. I think that resembled Tracy McGrady in the style of play a little bit more. I thought Paul George after the injury was not as high flying, but I thought he was a better overall basketball player. He took care of the ball, like you said in the turnover statistic. Not that he became an overall better player, but comp-wise, early Paul George reminded me a lot of T-Mac.
I'll be honest. I actually agree with that take, Maurice, because he would go toe-to-toe with LeBron. He did not back down from LeBron, who was with the Pacers. And he did have the luxury of when he was OKC. When he was on OKC, he had one of the best passing point guards of our era. I'm not going to say his name. People probably know who it is. But he did have that luxury. And when he was in Indiana, he didn't have that luxury. I don't even know who his point guard was, Corey Joseph or
it was
somebody.
George Hill at the time.
Nice player, but George Hill is not the player that
never
he
an
played with.
all-star caliber player. No,
exactly. So I actually agree with Maurice.
I think the thing that kind of surprises me is the 8 rebounds per game. He's not known as a rebounder.
Right.
But 8 rebounds per game, that was a weird year because you had a guy who was basically the same size as you playing power forward, just thicker, right, height-wise. Right. So I don't know, man. I'll say this. He did lose a touch of athleticism after the injury. I think we can all agree on that. But his efficiency as a scorer and a shooter went through the roof afterwards. Not saying that he was bad afterwards, but let me just put it into perspective like this. Here's his field goal percentage from his first year up until that injury, okay? 45%, 44%, 41%. That's when he started to have an increased load of scoring. 41%, 42%, and then the injury, right? The year after the injury, 41, 46, 43, 44, 44, 47, 42, 45, 47, and this year 42.
Okay.
He's more efficient as a scorer now.
Yeah.
I think that's the trade-off. He lost a little bit of athleticism, or I don't even know if it's athleticism, it's just fluidity that he had before.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Yeah. I think his comp is more compared to early PG, but he's a much better player after the injury.
Yeah. So let me just go over career stats as of now. So for his career, he is averaging 20.7 points, 6 rebounds, a shade over 3.5 assists, 1.7 steals, a half block, 2.7 turnovers, 2.7 fouls, while shooting 44% from the field, 38% from the three-point line, and 85% from the foul line for his career averages. Even players that had like a high in their career, like Paul Pierce, I don't think his career averages were above 20 points per game at the end of it. Tim Duncan's was barely at 20 points per game. Actually, I think he was below that. So I think that's really impressive.
I'll just say this. I mean, we got to keep in mind, he was drafted in 2010. He's had a long career. As of right now, he's 36.
He is, now, he is listed at 34 years old. 34. He's been in the league for 14 years.
Wow. He's been in that league that long?
It seems like, it seemed like it came and went, I mean, he's had a very productive career. Obviously, as a fan of the current team he's on, I wish he gets a title because that would make him a legitimate Hall of Famer. And he will have something over Tracy McGrady.
Yeah, I think Paul George will definitely be Hall of Fame just because of his...
Definitely? Okay.
I definitely think he is. Even if he doesn't win a championship because of, I guess, not only longevity, but very productive. And I don't know exact numbers of his accolades, but he definitely made some all-defensive teams and definitely was a solid scorer. So I think he'll make it.
We'll get into the awards later, which I think makes his case. All right, you guys ready to play our favorite game, over-under?
Let's do it.
Do it.
All right, over-under, career high, 50 points.
You going over? All right, so I'm going to go under.
Okay. Maurice, this is for you.
Oh, you serious?
Yeah, 48.
Paul George has never scored more than 50?
No, surprisingly not. He got 48 in the 15-16 season, the year after he came back from the injury.
Hey, Lucas, I didn't even give any thought to it. I just went the opposite of what Maurice said. It's kind of like if you go to the casino and you see someone playing at a table like blackjack, and you're like, you see him lose, you're like, oh, I'm not going to that table.
Nope.
No.
All right, over under 15 rebounds as a career high.
I'll go first.
Okay.
15 boards. I'll go over.
Okay, Maurice.
He's afraid to answer.
I'll go over as well.
Well, Maurice, you got your first win of the day. Congratulations.
Okay, there you go.
It was 17.
There we go.
17.
16 defensive rebounds.
Okay.
In the same game, though. That was impressive. I'm assuming same game. At least the same season. Assist was a career high of 12. Steals, over under. 6 steals as a career high.
Yeah, I think that's about right.
I want to say you're trying to trick us. It was a tie. He did get 6.
Maurice?
Yeah, I said 6.
You overthought it, guys. It's over. It's 8.
Oh, you didn't give us over under.
I said over under.
He said over under 6.
Oh, you did? Oh, okay.
Yeah. Blocks are 4. Turnovers are 10. So, any thoughts about the career highs here?
Like I mentioned in the intro, versatile. That's a very versatile statistic, the career high line right there, all across the board. What was the career high in turnovers?
10.
10?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That seems reasonable for a guy.
Yeah, I'm going to assume that's early on in his career, too.
That happened, turnover. Actually, that happened just 2 seasons ago.
Oh, wow. Okay, with the Clippers. Okay.
Yep.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, I'll go with steals. I think for him to have the burden of carrying teams offensively as the primary or secondary scorer to get that many steals in the game is pretty special.
That happened just 3 years ago.
Oh, okay. So he was with LA.
Yeah.
So, you got to take into account Paul George was the man for his team until he got to the Clippers. And, Kawhi was like the number one guy.
Was he the man on the Thunder?
Scoring-wise, he was.
You had...
Scoring-wise, but he wasn't the leader, though. He wasn't the engine that made everything go.
Well, we're talking about scoring option, right?
Scoring-wise, then, he's the number one. Okay, fair enough. Or number 2.
Captain or leader. Okay, fair enough.
I would just say the 17 rebounds here. Like, we don't even have big men on this list that technically have gotten that many. So that's pretty impressive, I would say. But let's go ahead and switch it over to T-Mac, a.k.a. the Big Sleep.
Houston Rockets on the way to dropping to 8 and 12.
Ball game over. All we need here is the final score. Here's McGrady for 3. 35 seconds to go. And the Spurs now lead by 7. Rockets looking for a quick shot. Bowen is all over McGrady. Foul is picked up. A potential 4-point play. Tracy McGrady from downtown. Barrett can't find anybody. They have no timeouts remaining. Finally gets it in to McGrady. McGrady overflowing for 3. Yes! Tracy McGrady cuts it to a 2-point lead. Kevin Brown lost it. Here comes McGrady. No timeouts remaining. McGrady for the win. 13 points in 33 seconds. Unbelievable.
I gotta say, that is the most remarkable series of basketball events at the end of a game you'll ever hear. And great call by Marv Albert. And we talked about season 1, the Reggie Miller, the playoff game where he scored those points against the Knicks. That pales in comparison against what we just heard, because T-Mac, he was unconscious. So I just had to get that out because Maurice found that clip and I listened to that clip. I love that clip.
And I know we don't usually do it right away, but do this during the pod. But because that kind of reminded me of this a little bit, the how passionate that highlight was, I want to shout out the family to Greg Gumball. Recently, a 50-year NBA announcer passed away due to cancer recently. Prayers and thoughts go out to his family, of course.
Yes. Shout out Greg Gumball. Legend.
That being said, let's get to T-Mac here. Very similar measurables here. T-Mac, 6'8". Does he weigh more or less than Paul George? 10 pounds more, 10 pounds less?
Well, this is the first time I actually know the answer to this one. It's 10 pounds less.
10 pounds less, yes. He's 210.
Yeah.
Okay. Here you go, buddy. Here you go. This is my sympathy for you.
Thank you very much.
It's a sympathy bling. T-Mac wore number 1 for the majority of his career, except for 2 teams. What were those 2 teams, and what number did he wear instead?
Oh, that's a good one.
Just like Paul George, one of these teams, he switched numbers halfway through.
I'm going to go Knicks and Rockets.
You are correct.
Shut up.
Wow.
What?
Sorry, Maurice. I forgot to let you answer that. I was just floored that he got that.
It was good.
Don't ask me the numbers, though. I have no idea what
it's
the numbers
number 3.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
3, okay.
And then he went back to number 1.
You guys know why he wore number 1?
Because he was number one, Mr. Krabs.
No. Does it? What?
Yeah, have you never watched SpongeBob? Of course you haven't.
We've mentioned this multiple times. I didn't grow up watching SpongeBob.
Okay, well, I was 7 when it came out, so let me have this.
So wait, was that in an episode? He was like number one.
Oh yeah, no, it was like a sports hat where you had 2 drinks on the side. And
okay.
Mr. Krabs just sold it to SpongeBob for like some money, and then like he actually stole it from like a dead man's thing, and it became a whole entire thing. It was fun.
I can't wait to add that to this episode clip that goes on YouTube.
You should.
Yeah.
It's a fun fact. The younger generation will get it.
Maurice, do you know why? And it's not SpongeBob, by the way.
I do not know why.
There's a player for the Orlando Magic that he really loved growing up that wore number 1.
Oh, Penny Hardaway.
Yeah, Penny Hardaway.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I can see
that too. Yeah. Actually,
yeah.
Best career seasons. We're going to go with the Orlando years because, he was asked to do more with less. And we are going to go with the 02-03 season. He led the league in scoring 1 out of 2 times. This is one of those times. 32 points per game. 6.5 rebounds. 5.5 assists. 1.7 steals. A little less than a block per game. 2.6 turnovers.
Not bad.
Yeah.
2.1 fouls while shooting almost 46% from the field, 38.5% from the 3-point line, and 79% from the foul line. What are our initial reactions here?
I thought Shaq averaged 30 and
29.
29.9, right?
Oh, 29?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yeah. Well, you can't give it to him, Lucas.
Yeah.
All right.
I just want to say what stands out to me is just like Paul George, the turnovers. Under 3, despite...
He had less turnovers than Paul George this season.
Yeah, and that just shows you how skilled they were.
If you think about it like this, Tracy McGrady, and I'm not trying to compare the players saying one's better than the other, but Tracy McGrady was basically as efficient as Paul George was that season.
Right.
Shooting-wise, had more points, more assists, and slightly less turnovers.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the crazy thing about Tracy McGrady was he had to go to Orlando to really bloom because he's with Toronto. He's with his cousin, Vince Carter. Man, he wasn't really getting a lot of playing time there. I think coaching had something to do with it also.
Definitely.
Yeah. But when he went to Orlando, I don't want to steal my own thunder, but he had one other good teammate that also had his own injury issues.
Yeah.
Well, they were supposed to have a third.
Enlighten us.
Did you know that they almost got Tim Duncan to come there?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
They almost got Tim to come there, but you know what? The thing that ruined it and is going to be.
I know what it is.
Tell us.
I think he was on. His wife wanted to fly with the team or travel with the team, and they said no.
Who told him no?
Who told him no? It was probably the owner or the coach.
No, right? At the time.
Who was the coach?
At Orlando?
Yeah.
You're one of your favorite coaches.
Doc
Rivers. Yeah.
Wow. Tim Duncan in Orlando with
Tim? It was almost pen to paper. It was just like one of those small things, but apparently it wasn't.
That could have changed a lot of history.
Could you imagine Tim Duncan playing in Orlando? No Dwight Howard then, right? Because he wouldn't have gone.
That's just like George Mikan with the $1 million check.
Right.
Fumbling the bag.
Doc Rivers fumbles the bag yet again.
Yeah. Unfortunately. Yeah.
Actually,
that's a good what if.
Yeah.
So anyway, sorry, I didn't mean to get off track there, but he could have been a trio of Grant Hill, Tracy McGrady, Doc Rivers. I mean, not Doc Rivers.
Doc Rivers.
No,
that's a hell of a trio.
And Tim Duncan.
Okay.
That would have been the first big 3.
They would have won a championship, I believe.
I mean, they still would have been competitive in the East, even if Grant had his injuries. Duncan and McGrady would have been a lot to handle.
Yeah.
So, career stats, very similar to Paul George's here. 19.6 points, 5.5 rebounds, 4.5 assists, 1.2 steals, a shade under 1 block per game, only 2.2 turnovers. Yeah.
Oh, I just want to say, before we move on, I guess just like PG, T-Mac was victim of a slow start and then the flourishing period. And then by the end of his career, just like a lot of NBA players, it tails off. They're averaging under 20 points. So unless you're LeBron, Iverson, Kevin Durant, or Jared McCain. Like those players, those rookies.
Okay, Ben.
Those what? Jared McCain was averaging like 25, 26 as a rookie.
No, he's not. Get off
as a
that high
rookie,
horse.
wasn't he? Anyway,
he's averaging like 15 points a game right now. Okay,
well, there was a stretch.
There was a stretch.
Yeah.
How did we get on Jared McCain? Oh, that's
because
right.
you
I'm channeling my inner Ben right now.
We're missing you, Ben. That being said, let's go to career highs. Now, we said for Paul George, his career high scoring was 48 points. Now, over under for T-Mac's career high, over under 48 points.
Oh, it's got to go over.
Yeah, I'm going to go over. I'm going to go over on that.
It's well over. Give you guys a little, like, zing.
Zing.
It was 62 as a career high.
62 for T-Mac, okay.
Yeah. He had it during the 03-04 season.
Orlando.
Yep.
Yeah.
Last year in Orlando.
Does it tell you what team he put up those numbers?
Yeah, it was Orlando. It was
no. Against what team?
No, it doesn't tell me that.
All right.
I mean, if I clicked on it, it might bring me there. I'm not even sure.
It's all right. We'll just wait for it on Facebook.
Yeah, it does have a box score. Hang on, I can tell you who it was against. Asking so much of me. First, I got to do the accolades.
My
now
guess
I do
will
this.
be.
That's why I got messed up on free throw.
My guess will be the Charlotte Hornets. Sorry, Hornets fans.
My guess will be the Vancouver Grizzlies.
Were they still Vancouver?
I'm going to say it's the Knicks.
The Knicks?
Nope, we are all wrong.
Who was it?
The Wizards.
Oh,
I was close.
That's good.
I miss the old Wizards logo. Like, sidetrack. I don't like the new one, and I don't like the new colors. Let's just go back to the teal.
I like the old school Bullets, the red, white, and
Yeah, I
blue.
was about to say that. Me and Ryan grew up with the Washington Bullets, or Baltimore Bullets back in way day.
Yeah, but like, okay, like how many teams have red, white, and blue as their colors? Like, let's try the
a lot of teams. Sixers.
Yeah. So let's
Clippers.
try to switch it up a little bit, okay?
Yeah. All right, what other highs you got for us?
I have to reload because I had to go back to the game. Yeah, because somebody asked, who did he score against?
I take credit.
Okay, so, isn't that interesting? So, I'm going to work in reverse here, just kind of throw you guys off a little bit. So, turnovers, he only had 8 as a career high, so less than Paul.
So that's less than Paul George.
Yeah.
Okay.
Blocks, 7.
7 blocks.
6 steals. 13 assists. Now, over under 17 as a career high in rebounds.
I'm going to go under.
I'm going to go over. Wait, Paul George was 17, right?
Paul George was 18.
Are you sure?
I'm going to say you're tricking us. It's exactly 17.
You are correct. It is 17 like Paul George.
Oh, okay.
That's why I did it in reverse, because I knew if I said that first, you guys would catch on. That's why I wanted to try to make you guys forget.
Hey, Maurice, there's your trivia question for your next, your graphic that you do on Canva. Is that they have the same number of rebounds highs, right?
Yep, there you go.
That's crazy.
17?
17.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure. Hang on, I'll double check, but I'm pretty sure it's 17. Yeah, 17.
17 rebounds? Okay.
Yeah. Fun fact, I didn't even realize this, but there were about 2 seasons that these guys did play in the NBA together.
Oh, yes, they did.
Okay. All right.
And Tracy was at the end, though. But
yeah. T-Mac played for Detroit and then Atlanta.
I thought he was at Detroit.
He was on the Spurs.
He was on the Spurs, yeah.
It doesn't show it on here.
I think what happened was he signed a contract,
but he never played.
I don't think he suited up.
Hang on, let's check.
That's a good ring chase right there.
And they lost that a year or 2 to the Heat. So
yeah,
if he would have played a year later,
he was on the Spurs, but only for the playoffs. In the regular season, it says played in another league.
I would have to go back and actually watch the game to see if he was actually suited up, was on the bench.
No, I remember him suiting up. He played minutes. His stats are on for that for the playoffs that year.
Okay. So there's no regular season stats.
No
so that's
regular
why you
season
didn't see
stats.
Anything. Okay, that's why you didn't see it. Okay, I got you.
Playoffs for the Spurs that year, he averaged, and this is just per game stuff. Give me a second.
That was the Ray Allen 3-year where
that was the Ray Allen 3-year. He played in 6 games. Didn't score any points, had 1.3 rebounds, 1.2 assists, less than a half steal, half block. Any thoughts on the career highs?
I'll go with 62. I think T-Mac was such a scoring machine. And as I said earlier, he had a number of ways he could do it. And although he's a little under the average for a three-point shooter, he still could knock it down from beyond.
He definitely had his moments, yeah.
That's the reason, that's the only reason why they were able to come back against the Spurs in that dramatic victory, because he was able to knock down the three. But 62 for a career high, that's nothing to sneeze at.
Look, when you think about it, Tracy McGrady was one of the most dynamic scorers of his era. But what we're doing here on this podcast, we kind of peel back the layers, and we really do figure out that Paul George. I keep saying Paul George. I don't know why I keep saying Paul George.
Because they're basically the same player if you look at his stats.
Tracy was a really versatile across the board. His game was really, like Lucas said earlier, I would really like to see his game in today's era, because he could have been a really dynamic player, Luka-like dynamic player.
Kobe Bryant went on record saying that Tracy McGrady was his hardest matchup, the toughest to guard. So when Kobe puts that stamp of approval on your game, that speaks volumes.
I do want to point out one thing. We say that he's a bad three-point shooter, but if you look at his time...
bad.
Well, I mean, like, he did have, before all the injuries in Orlando, he was shooting, for his career in Orlando, he shot 36% from three. Now, Houston was 32, and then Toronto, before he got big, was 28. And then it was kind of hit or miss on those one-year teams. But, like, you guys get what I'm saying here?
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, so, anyway, they did trade him from Houston to the Knicks. Who did they trade him for? I'm curious on that one. You mind if I
let's get to the accolades?
Okay,
you ready?
Yeah. Right. I'm taking over for Ben's. By the way, you'll have to hear me talk more, guys. Sorry.
All right, let's do it. We don't mind it.
I'm talking to the listeners, not you guys. I know you guys love my voice.
Anyway, all right, let's transition.
Third quarter. Accolades.
So we in the locker room, and I tell him, like, give me 2-3 years, I'm gonna be an all-star. Whole locker room bust out laughing, right? I'm like, give me 2-3 years, I'm gonna be an all-star. All right, so now go to my 2012-2013 season. Danny Granger gets hurt. So now, like, it's my time. You know what I mean? It's my turn to prove what I'm capable of.
Over under 10 All-Stars for Paul George's career. Start with Maurice.
10?
He's played 14 seasons.
Well, not his rookie year. Not the year he injured. He didn't play that whole season. I'm going to go under.
You're going to go under Uriah?
Yeah, I know he has a lot, but I think he's like maybe 8 or 9. So I'll say under.
You are correct. It was 9. It was under.
Yeah.
Cool.
Don't know if he's going to make another one. We'll see. It'd be really cool if he got to 10. Mm-hmm. But you talked about rookie year. Let's talk about it. So did he make the all-rookie team in 2010-2011 season?
Yes.
Yes.
All-rookie team?
Yes.
I'm going to say no, because he just said that he didn't really get a chance to shine until Granger got hurt. So I'm going to say no.
Oh, yeah.
All right,
well, you take into account John Wall, Cousins. Yeah.
Wait, what is
I kind of got to take that one back.
So you're changing your answer?
Yeah, no.
You should have kept with your answer.
Wait, I was wrong, right?
You were right the first time.
He did make the rookie. He made the rookie team? Second.
He made all rookie. Yeah.
All rookie first team?
It doesn't say first or second team. It just says all rookie.
All rookie team.
Okay.
Besides that, Paul George did get most improved player. In what season? And did he get any other accolades that season?
You're asking, did he get most improved player?
No, I'm saying he did. You have to tell me which season. And did he get any other awards that year?
I'm going to say, I guess the answer would be second season, but I'm actually going to go third season.
You say third season. Did he get any other awards? You don't have to tell me the awards. You guys just got to tell me if he got more or not.
I'm going to say it was his first time All-Star appearance.
Okay. Uriah?
I think the 13-14 season is when he became...
So his 4th season, that's what you're going with, most improved?
Yeah, I'm going his 4th season. And I'm going to say, no, he didn't get any other awards.
Okay, Maurice, this is for you.
Good job, Maurice.
I was right on both?
Yep. He got his most improved player in 2012-13. He got an all-star appearance, and he got all-NBA 3rd team.
Oh, really? 3rd team?
Was that the year they played LeBron in the playoffs?
2012-13, yep, I believe so. That's
With
the year
Roy
that they
Hibbert.
knocked off Melo in the playoffs as well.
Roy Hibbert was on that team, I think.
Yeah. He was also 8th in Defensive Player of the Year voting that year, too.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, we talked about All-NBA. Let's get to All-NBA. How many All-NBA nominations did he get?
I'll go 8.
8?
I'm going to say 7.
You are both.
Was it
Maurice
more?
was the closest with 6.
Okay. Those are the 4s in NBA still at that time.
Well, LeBron and Melo were in the East, so it was kind of hard for him to fit in there.
Yeah.
He also made 4 All-NBA defensive teams. How many were first team and how many were second team?
All defensive?
Yeah.
4 times?
Yes.
I'm going to say all defensive first team 3 times and 1 time second team.
The second team 3 times, 1 first team defensive.
We're both wrong?
It was 2 and 2.
Oh, okay. Split. Okay.
Anyway, outside of that, he participated in 2 NBA slam dunk contests.
Oh, okay.
I don't think he won either one, and I don't believe he won either of the 2 3-point shooting contests that he was in.
I didn't know. I forget that era.
I completely forgot about that one. So
I didn't know that either. I was just looking at the awards here.
I'm not surprised though, because
he was a good in-game dunker, though, especially with Indiana.
One of the best.
Yeah,
one of the best. It's funny. Like, there's a story where he was saying that on the Pacers they were clowning him, like, "Oh man, you never really show out on the break. You just do a regular slam." And then I think the next game he did that reverse windmill. And one of the top dunks you'll see.
Yeah. Absolutely. So any thoughts about these awards real quick?
Consistency, once again, versatility all across the board. Paul George had the respect of the NBA players, and that goes a long way. Even when he came back, even when he actually had the injury in the Olympics, all the players were rooting for him. All the players was like, yo, when he comes back, he's going to do something special. And he sure did. I mean, from Indiana Pacers to Oklahoma City to even the Clippers, Paul George was consistently one of the top, I want to say, 15 players in the league.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, once he got going, he was, and you guys mentioned that, Hall of Fame level player.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just want to say with McGrady, it's the same as Paul George in terms of opportunity. Once they had an opportunity to have the ball in their hands, their games went to a different level. Paul George, there was no hype around him, even though he was a number 10 pick by Indiana. There weren't any expectations. So unless you're like Paolo or Zion or Derrick Rose or Wembanyama, or PG did not have that burden to be that scorer right away. It wasn't until Danny Granger got hurt that he was able to show off his skill set. So yeah, I think that stands out to me is taking advantage of the opportunity and thriving thereafter.
Fair enough. Let's go ahead to T-Mac.
You guys having fun?
Always. I mean, I'm in his town.
What? Having fun? It's a rhetorical question, Tracy.
Man, what I've been through, man, this is what I needed, man. To be here with fam and all these other guys, I'm having fun. So, I expect MVP. Wow, so that means, hey, did you just say that? That's coming from somebody in the East. So that means we're going to win. No. Let me break it down. No. I'm about to break it down to NBA TV. All right. You said I expect MVP. Right. Let me tell you something. I love you, dog. Okay, I love you too. No. I never told you that. I love you, man. Check this out. We can win and you still can get MVP. Don't try to change it. Is that possible? That can happen. I don't know, dude. I don't.
Take the mic.
We're live. I expect you to get MVP. Yes, I said that. But we're going to win, but you can have MVP. What do you feel about that?
Well, I think you're just trying to cover up your mistake. Okay. We're going to win, meaning the West. And it'd be nice if I get the MVP or Yao. We definitely want to keep it in the city of Houston because we are the host. So,
and I enjoy your city, and you guys are doing a great job.
So, there is one award that both of these players share. A league award. What is it? And can you tell me what year Tracy McGrady got it?
A league award.
Yes.
Wasn't defensive player. It wasn't scoring champion. It wasn't sportsmanship.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
I'm going to say most improved.
That is correct. Now, can you tell me the year?
The year that T-Mac got it?
Well, you gave us that one for Paul George.
2000, 2001. That's what
that is correct, yes.
Man, I'm...
First year with Orlando. I didn't think of that. I should have thought of that.
It's okay. It happens to the best of us. So, let's go to all NBAs here. I'm going to jump around a little bit. All NBA. Did he have more or less than Paul George's 6 all NBA awards?
I'm going to say more.
You're going to say more?
Oh, man. That's tough.
Wait a minute. Because really his run, his let's just say this, Tracy McGrady's prime was maybe 02 to about 08, 07, 08. So that's about 6, 7. I'm going to say, yeah, I'm going to say 2. I'm going to say yes.
I'm going to say under.
Okay. You're right. This is for you.
Oh, damn.
It was 7.
Yeah, it was 7. That was his prime years right there.
Okay.
He made All-NBA first team twice, All-NBA second team 3 times, and All-NBA third team 2 times.
Okay.
And basically was a lock for it from 2000 to 2008.
Now, during that run, was Paul... I don't know why I keep saying Paul George. Was Tracy McGrady considered a guard or a forward?
Ooh, that's a good question. According to Basketball Reference, from 2000 to 2000 and the end of the 03-04 season, he was listed as a shooting guard. In 04 to 06, he was listed as a small forward. And then again in 06, 07, and 08, he was a shooting guard.
Okay.
Yeah.
So basically, it was just the fit of other players.
It's the fit, it's the coaching, it's the rotations.
Yeah. It really depends on what you needed him to do. But he could do either position, kind of like Paul George. So
yeah, exactly. Power forward, yeah.
Yeah, they didn't really know. He never played power forward. Paul George always has played power forward in the past.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, All-Star games. Paul George had 10. Over-under, less All-Star games.
Yeah, 10. Paul George had 10?
Yes.
McGrady did not have 10. It's under.
Uriah?
Maurice sounded very confident, so I'll go with that. Under.
You are correct. It was 7 as
there you go, Maurice. Back on track.
Yeah, just his career, his prime years. 09, 010, he wasn't the same player.
No, he made All-Star team from 2001 to 2007 straight. He was a 2-time scoring champ and is currently in the Hall of Fame. He also was in the 2000 Slam Dunk contest.
Yes, he was. With
I don't think he
Vince
won
Carter.
that one, though, right?
No.
That
but
was
he had
iconic.
some great dunks, though.
He did have some good dunks in there.
Yeah, so they both participated in I think Paul George is the last one of the few All-Stars that actually did slam dunk. I mean, obviously Jaylen Brown last year, but in the past 10 years, because I think his last slam dunk was 2014.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you don't really see that many All-Stars doing slam dunk anymore. And I mean,
they're so worried about their brand. And
I mean, like, that's the cool thing about Jaylen Brown doing it last year. He doesn't have a brand right now. Nobody likes Jaylen Brown, and not to any far. No, I'm talking about like the big sponsors. No. Let me rephrase. Jaylen Brown is a great player. I actually think he's better than Jason Tatum.
Okay.
That's personal opinion.
Fair.
But
fair.
The media does not like.
Wait a minute. He just got named Sportsman of the Year by Time or some magazine.
Okay, but like I'm talking about like the big brands like Nike, Adidas, like all the sponsors of the NBA. They don't like to use him.
I don't know, but that's debatable.
Team USA does not like him.
Well, that's
anyway, we're getting off
debatable.
track here. Off track.
No, I just want to mention, so Paul George and Tracy McGrady both were in this dunk contest.
Yep.
That's another similarity.
Yeah.
I'm surprised T-Mac didn't make the 3-point
Yeah.
contest at any one time. That was kind of crazy.
Wait, was T-Mac in the 3-point contest?
No, he wasn't.
Okay.
I'm surprised he didn't, though.
He could have been.
Yeah, he could have been.
And obviously, T-Mac was an All-American versus,
Right.
never was.
PG never got that love at the college level.
Yeah, or high school. No, McDonald's All-American. Sorry.
Right, high school.
Yeah. So anyway, any thoughts about the awards here? Never never made all defensive team. I don't think he was really that level of defender, though.
That's surprising.
He was above average defender.
Yeah, he wasn't a bad defender. He just never was a lockdown defender, I guess, like PG.
So it's kind of weird how similar their accolades are, even, right?
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Exactly. I would say the All-NBA. It's just for T-Mac during that time period. There's so many good shooting guards.
I don't think we've had a player that had a straight run of All-NBAs that was uninterrupted.
Look, with Kobe and obviously Iverson, dude, for him to squeeze in there and get some All-NBAs tells you how good he was.
I think the trick also is that he had position flexibility in the All-NBAs because you could put him in as a front court or back court player back then. I think that was the other cool thing about him.
Yeah. And to be fair, Paul George could have played guard or forward.
Yeah.
It just depends on how they listed him. But
that was less important at that point.
Yeah. I just wish, and we've talked about this a lot with a lot of other players, what if they would stay healthy for a little bit longer? Because I think Tracy McGrady's game, well, more so just the player himself, like his style of play could have lasted a little bit longer, but the injury started to catch up to him. And like you mentioned, he could have had All NBA the whole decade.
Yes.
The whole 2000 decade.
Hands
if the injury
down.
thing didn't.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, because injury started to catch up with him by the time he was 28.
Yeah,
that was the
remember,
first
he came
time
out of high school.
29 was the first time he didn't make an All NBA or All Star game.
Remember, yeah, he came out of high school, so he was younger.
Yeah, he was 18 when he started. I mean, he had been in the league for about 10 years.
Yeah, Orlando was his launching pad for success. And once he got there and he had playing time, 38, 40 minutes a game. But again, these players are one and the same. I forgot, Lucas, you mentioned they both got most improved player.
Yeah.
So these players are very similar.
And Paul George got it in his third season. Tracy got it in his fourth season.
Yeah, so this is like one of those classic cases of longevity versus
peak,
a top peak, a higher peak.
Because Tracy Paul George never averaged 32 points.
No. Tracy McGrady had a higher peak, but give Paul George credit. He had the longevity even after a major injury that cost him the whole season.
Yeah. I think PG could have.
PG's time in LA was injury ridden as well.
Yeah.
So
I think PG could have averaged over 30 a game. I think he could.
But his team never really required it. And the time that he averaged 28, he was playing with one other All-Star caliber player and one player out post All-Star prime.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's always had like another All-Star caliber player with him.
Well, that's not true. In Indiana, his All-Star caliber teammate, and I'm going to steal your thunder here, was Roy Hibbert, okay? Or post-prime David West.
Roy Hibbert was an all-star, right?
Yeah, but he wasn't a scoring all-star. He averaged 15 points a game at his peak?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I said
he was
all-star.
there for defense, okay? He was a good defender of that generation.
Yeah, Roy Hibbert was a good defender. He was.
Yeah.
Maybe do an episode, maybe not. I don't know.
I would love that. Don't get me started. I will find a comp for Roy Hibbert. Walker Kessler. Bam. Got it. We're good. Let's go.
How about Isaiah Hartenstein?
No, not the scorer that Roy Hibbert was.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll get there. He only scored 15 points, but not.
Yeah, Isaiah Hartenstein is averaging 12 this season max. Anyway, we're not.
Yeah, let's get back on.
Let's get back on
T-Mac.
So anyway, that's all I got, guys. Any other thoughts before we move on, or can we go to Maurice's stuff? Because I've been dying to talk about these teammates.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's get to the teammates.
Let's go.
Fourth quarter, teammates.
Like Paul George, I always say this. Paul George is the second most talented player in the NBA. And
who's one?
Kevin Durant.
Okay, I'm just
right. Kevin Durant is the most talented player. I'm talking about the size, the skill set. They both of those guys don't have a flaw in their basketball skill set. Not a flaw.
Paul George.
What's Paul George's flaw?
No, nothing.
Because we had this discussion.
I was just talking about this too.
No, we had this discussion about Paul George. Somebody said he doesn't do any one thing great. I'm like,
that's tripping.
That's cap. That's cap.
What doesn't he do great?
No, he's two-way. He's an elite two-way player, which is good enough for me.
What can't he do? That's what I'm saying.
Great.
Size.
He can pass the ball.
He can dime.
We guard him all the time. You guarded him all the time.
Rock. I'm rocking with whatever y'all saying, G.
And that's what I'm saying. Like,
I'm with it.
All right, that was the Gilbert Arenas show.
Who was guest starring on there?
That was Evan Turner. He is the most distinct voice. Definitely
yeah, Evan Turner. I think Lou Williams was there too, but I might be wrong about that.
I thought it was Iguodala and anyway.
Yeah, but this is a good show. It's a good show. They do talk good ball. So that was them talking about Paul George. Paul George was drafted in the first round, 10th pick by the Indiana Pacers in the 2010 NBA draft. Let's talk about his teammates, and let's start with his rookie season, which was the 2010-2011 season. Their record was 37-45. They were coached by Jim O'Brien and Frank Vogel.
I think Frank Vogel was an interim that got the job after.
Yeah. Now, Basketball Reference has executive, so I'm not sure if Larry Bird was a GM or the president of basketball operations.
It doesn't matter. He was the one making the choices.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah. All right, so some of their teammates were. This is a blast in the past, definitely for Lucas.
I'm excited. Let's go.
Darren Collison.
Whoop. Let's go.
Never heard that sound from Lucas before. Whoop.
TJ Ford.
Oh, gosh.
Whoop.
Serviceable guard. I remember him out of Texas. He was all right.
Yeah.
Danny Granger, of course. Now, Danny Granger was like kind of like the Paul George before Paul George.
Granger was a little bit more. I don't think he was as fluid as a player. He was more of a spot up or post up guy.
He was a good player. He was a good player.
Absolutely.
He used to kill the Sixers. I remember that.
Yeah. Tyler Hansborough.
Oh gosh, Psycho T.
Yeah.
Would Tyler Hansborough play in today's NBA as a center?
I don't think so.
A little bit too small.
Probably back up.
He was 6'9", by the way.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm talking about like bulkiness. He wasn't like bulky enough for the play center. I don't know. Anyway,
here's the name. I didn't realize he was on that team, but he was Lance Stevenson.
Oh yeah, he was a rookie.
Yeah. That was when he was blowing in LeBron's ear.
No, that's 2 years later. 2 years later.
Oh, it was? Okay.
Yeah,
but he was definitely on the Pacers.
You talk about a Cincinnati guy.
We got to do an episode on Lance Stevenson.
He was a character. He definitely was.
A character.
And he was skilled too.
Who's the character that fits Lance Stevenson in today's NBA?
That's a whole category episode we can do.
Dylan Brooks.
Maybe.
No. Oh no, we have a different comp for Dylan Brooks. Remember?
Who?
Oh yeah, it's
Matt Barnes.
Matt Barnes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Matt Barnes is actually yeah.
No, but we can do an episode of like big personalities and go throughout.
Michael Beasley
eras.
would be on that list.
Yes. He'd be high on the list.
A Flash in the Pan episode.
Flash in the Pan. Okay.
Yeah, like
Flash
a Jeremy
Lin. Crazy personality. Sure. Let's go for it. Anyway.
All right. Let's get to these rookie teammates. Yeah.
Like I mentioned, Lance Stevenson. Lance Stevenson was a good player. He was a good NBA player. James Posey and of course, Roy Hibbert.
Yeah, it's
Roy
Lucas's
Hibbert was
boy.
a good player. Another big out of Georgetown, by the way.
Yep.
Oh, I remember him playing at Georgetown against West Virginia. Those were some fun times. Yeah, Big East play back then.
Yeah. Now before I ask a question, I'm gonna move on to the 2013-14 Pacers because that was the most winningest season Paul George had with the Pacers. Of course, coached by Frank Vogel as well. They won 56-26.
Oh.
This was the season that they played Miami in the Eastern Conference Finals. They lost 2-4, 4-2.
Okay.
His teammates in that season were Lavoy Allen out of Temple.
Okay.
Rasul Butler out of LaSalle.
RP.
Andrew Bynum.
Oh, yeah, he was the backup.
Yeah, he was.
Indiana?
Yeah.
Yes. This is after the Sixers.
Yeah, it was.
Oh.
Yep. He signed at the end of the season with them. Didn't make much of an impact. Don't worry about it.
You didn't. George Hill, Solomon Hill, Aman Mahami.
Oh, I remember him, Amani. He was a good defensive center. He was the backup to Roy Hibbert.
He was. Louis Scola. David West.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And Evan Turner.
Tyler Hansborough wasn't on the team at that point?
No, he was not.
Oh.
No.
Okay.
No. All right, so let me ask you guys this question. Who was the perfect role player Paul George played with so far in his career?
In Indiana?
Yes.
Lance Stevenson.
Okay. You're right.
Perfect role player on Indiana. Whew, man. Didn't watch a lot of Pacers games that year. But
before you go, I'll say this. I thought George Hill complimented his game really well.
Oh, yeah, he did.
It's a shame that they actually didn't pull the trigger on that and trade him for Kawhi.
No, they drafted Kawhi. They traded Kawhi for Paul George.
That's what I meant to say.
Because remember,
you asked us like best role player, not complimentary player.
Well, I think George Hill was a role player.
Oh,
he was a role player. Yeah, absolutely.
You said complimentary.
You think of a 3-and-D point guard, that's George Hill to a T there.
Right. Right. Yeah, I'll go with Lucas with the role player, which is Stevenson, because
Stevenson could do a little bit of everything. Yeah. He could do a little bit of scoring,
and a little bit of air guitar,
a little bit of air blowing, air bending. Is that what we're going to say?
Airbending.
Yep.
Isn't that a movie? Lance Stevenson, Airbender?
Yeah, The Last Airbender, Lance Stevenson.
Yeah, but for all the gimmicks, Lance Stevenson was actually a really good player.
He was.
And he was like a triple-double pseudo machine. Like, he got really close to it.
Yeah.
A lot of times.
All right, before we move on, let me ask you guys this. Who won the most games as a teammate on the Pacers with Paul George?
Ooh.
Now,
this
is actually, I'm actually going to give you the answer to this one. The number is 205, but there's actually two players who have the same exact win total.
Oh, gosh. Okay.
There's two players that have the same number of wins with Paul George?
205. Yep.
All right.
Okay. I feel like I am pretty sure I feel confident in this. It's Roy Hibbert and Lance Stevenson. Actually, no, it can't be Lance because he got suspended, right?
Oh, I don't remember.
The suspension was like minimum, though.
I think
I'll just go with it. I'll go with my first choice here.
I'll go with Roy Hibbert, and I'll go with George Hill.
Uriah.
Really?
Yeah, George Hill.
But George Hill wasn't even on the... Okay, fine, whatever.
They both played 5 seasons with Paul George.
Okay,
and that's not even my era of basketball.
Okay.
Yeah, Lance Stevenson had 155 wins.
Okay.
So he was way down there. Both had 205. That's actually really impressive. All right, let's move on to the 2018-2019 Oklahoma City Thunder. Paul George was traded there, and their record was 49-33, coached by Billy Donovan. The executive was Sam Presti, still is the executive today. Mm-hmm. It's amazing how he's rebuilt that franchise like that. It's crazy. Yeah, 2018-2019, some of his teammates were Steven Adams, Raymond Felton, Terrence Ferguson, Timothy Luwalu Cabarrot.
Yo, TLC.
Jeremy Grant.
Yes. I was curious if he had made his way over to the Nuggets at that point or if he was still in OKC.
Name's name. Markieff Morris.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yep. Nerlens Noel.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Patrick Patterson.
Oh, yeah.
Dennis Schroeder.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
And, of course, his teammate, Russell Westbrook.
Are we missing somebody?
No, we're not. Who are we missing?
Carmelo?
Melo was not
in that season.
No, he was not that season. No.
Oh, it was the season after. I was thinking about the almost MVP season. Sorry, my bad.
Actually, Carmelo was the year before, 2017-18.
And then he went to Portland.
Yes.
No, he got traded to Atlanta, let go, went to Houston. Houston released him after 10 days, and then he took a year off from the NBA.
That's right.
Yeah, but he did come back to the Lakers.
Well, Portland and then the Lakers, yeah.
Yeah, so Carmelo was the season before. I didn't highlight that season. But since we're here, just, Carmelo Anthony was on that team. Nick Collison. Anybody else differently? Andre Roberson. That was about it. Corey Brewer.
Roberson was the last line of wings that played in the NBA that couldn't shoot.
Who, Corey Brewer?
No. Andre Roberson. Like, I put him and, like, Tony Allen in the category of they can't shoot to save their lives.
And Thibault?
Thibault can kind of shoot a little bit. He's just injured this year, right? You're right. That's your guy. He's shaking his head yes.
Matisse Thibault has been underused and mismanaged, miscoached.
Would you like him to come back to Philly?
I think. Why am I talking about Matisse Thibault? Anyway, yeah.
All right, and finally, let's talk about the 2023-24 Clippers. This is last season's team. Actually won 51-31, coached by Tyronn Lue. Some of his teammates were last season were Nicholas Batum, Robert Covington, James Harden, Kawhi Leonard, KJ Martin, Terrence Mann, Mason Plumlee, Russell Westbrook, Zubac, and Norman Powell. They actually had a really good roster. I don't know how they didn't win more games. I don't know.
Health. I need somebody. Health.
They lost in the first round to the Mavericks. I mean, when you look at the names of the players' names,
the Mavericks got to the NBA Finals, so
yeah, they went on a run and then they got completely destroyed by the Celtics.
Most other teams would have too.
Yeah, and so Paul George is currently on the Philadelphia 76ers with Embiid, Maxey, a three-headed monster that just really haven't gotten rolling yet, also due to injuries. So we'll see where that leads to. So let me ask you guys, which teammate stands out in Paul George's career so far?
I'll go first.
All right.
Yeah, I was going to say Russell Westbrook because that was probably one of the reasons why Paul George was in contention for MVP. That was his best statistical season that Lucas brought up in OKC. So I think Paul George didn't have to be the guy because Westbrook was just not just as good of a scorer, but he was another threat on offense that maybe he didn't have in Indiana. So I would say Westbrook.
You said his best teammate?
Yes. Which teammate stands out?
Stands out? Okay.
Yeah, stands out.
Then it's Kawhi Leonard. Westbrook is a really good option. I'm not saying that he's not, because not only did he help him get to that level of play, but he's followed him at every other stop with LA and in Philly. No, not Philly. My bad. Not yet, anyway. Maybe Reggie Jackson. Anyway, but PG and Russ were like right there. They had almost got to the NBA Finals a couple times, right? Or made almost deep playoff runs. Like they were probably a piece away. They probably shouldn't have let Carmelo go, but that's not the point here. I think PG had just signed an extension not too long before that trade. And like they were going to keep PG there for the long term, everything. And then, the Kawhi Leonard thing. And then like they couldn't win a championship in LA. And it was just bad health. And it's, it stinks, but I mean like they were supposed to be the best dynamic duo. Yeah. They were supposed to be better than LeBron James and whoever he got. They were supposed to be better than the Warriors dynamic duo. They were supposed to be better than Kyrie and KG, but they weren't because they weren't healthy. So I'm going to say Kawhi.
Yeah. Before we go on, I just want to say this. I mentioned Sam Presti, how he rebuilt the Thunder. They rebuilt the Thunder a lot, mainly because of that Paul George trade. I mean, they got back an MVP caliber talent in SGA,
right,
for Paul George. So looking back at it, that's probably not one of the best trades in NBA history.
Well, I remember listening to a podcast with Doc Rivers on there, and he was trying to convince Kawhi, saying, "Hey, I know it might take a year or two, but you want to keep SGA. You want to keep him. He's a baller." Right. He's like, "No, I want Kawhi." So ownership.
Doc said that?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Doc, airing
confidential.
I don't think he was coaching at that point. So, it was between the Sixers and the Bucks job. But yeah.
Anyway, let's move on.
It still baffles me. It makes me laugh how we found out we were cousins.
How can we not talk about that? We've never talked about that.
You're getting ready for the draft. You come up to Chapel Hill to play.
Yeah.
You come into the locker room
and
put yourself up. Come on, like, bro, you from the crib. Come on. Come on in here. So we playing through the week, and I remember like yesterday. You say, man, I ain't gonna be here on that. It was that Thursday, not Friday, because you were getting ready to go to a family reunion, and I was like, okay, cool, man. I'll see you next week. I'm in summer school, so I ain't had no plans of going. I was like, okay, cool, see you next week. My phone ringing, it was my grandma. I'm like, the hell she calling me for? Grandma, you good? What's going on? And on the other line, I hear, what's up, cuz? What's up, cuz? I'm like, bro, who is this? Who is this?
Dog,
you something this about, bro? This don't make sense.
You don't even understand how excited I was when I heard this, man. Because I'm telling you, this is post being on Team Florida, watching you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Watching you. I told you it was the inspiration. Watching. Then I'm playing pickup ball with y'all. I go home and I run into your grandmother. I was like, hold up, bro. We cousins? I had asked my grandma too. I was like, me and that lady right there, are we related? She was like, yeah. I was like, I told my grandma, she just said, Vince is her grandson. And I just played with him in North Carolina. And she was like, yeah.
So that was Vince Carter talking about how he found out Tracy McGrady was cousins. They were cousins.
There's still a family tree missing here. That wasn't a very good explanation from those guys.
Like who are these? Are their mom siblings or their dad siblings?
I don't think they're blood related though.
Right. I don't think they are. The research I did for another episode, there's some type of someone's aunt or grandma was married to someone else that's semi-related. They never really explained it.
So that was Tracy McGrady. Tracy McGrady was drafted in the first round, 9th pick by the Toronto Raptors in the 1997 NBA draft. Both players, by the way, were born in May. I just realized that. Let's go to Tracy McGrady's rookie season, 1997-98.
Can I guess one of the centers? I think I know this.
Wait, let me get to it.
Okay. I just want to guess because I don't really know this decade, but I think I knew who was the center there, but I'll wait.
All right. Just give me 2 seconds. The 97-98 Raptors, their record was 16-66. Their coaches were Darrell Walker and Butch Carter.
Who?
Let me go ahead, Lucas. Give me a name. Give me a center.
Is Jamal McGlure on that list?
No.
Oh, I knew he played for the Raptors and okay, my bad.
Yeah. But here is a fun fact. They were both coached by the same person. And the executive, they both had the same executive. Can you guys name it? Either one.
Bill O'Brien?
You right?
I don't know the executive, but I'm going to guess Bill O'Brien.
Oh, man. Isaiah Thomas.
No.
It wasn't?
They both were coached by Doc Rivers.
Oh,
PG?
yeah.
PG was coached?
The Clippers.
Clippers and
right.
Magic.
Okay.
Yeah. They both were coached by Doc Rivers, and they both had the same executive.
Again, let me guess this. Hang on, let me go through. Not Larry Bird. I don't know who the GM in Orlando was. I have no idea.
Matt Gukas?
I gave you guys I didn't give you a hint, but I referenced it earlier. Basketball Reference has GM and President of Basketball Operations.
Oh,
it
Larry
was Daryl
Bird?
Morey.
Daryl Morey.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a crazy little semblance there, ties them both together.
Wait, how was Daryl Morey connected to Tracy McGrady?
Rockets GM in 2009, 2010.
Yep. Got you. Okay.
He had to rebuild the roster because the Yao Tracy McGrady run had it come to its end.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, so some of his teammates were. Looking back at it, they had a nice talent, but they just didn't develop them all. It's a shame. Marcus Camby.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
D. Brown.
Oh, gosh, D. Brown.
Doug Christie.
Right.
The current Sacramento interim head coach?
Yes.
Doug Christie?
Yes.
And question, is he the father of Max Christie on the Lakers?
Yes.
And the others? Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. And actually, Doug Christie came out of Pepperdine, by the way.
Right.
where Paul George was supposed to go.
Yep. Here's a name for you. Popeye Jones.
Oh, gosh.
Okay. Popeye.
Damon Stoudemire.
Yes. Good player.
Gary Trent, Sr.
Oh.
Yeah. John Wallace out of Syracuse.
Mm-hmm.
Sharon Wright.
I remember that name.
Yep.
Alvin Williams.
Don't know who that is.
Villanova.
He came out of Villanova, yeah. And the last but not least, Chauncey Billups.
Yeah, he was traded. He got drafted by Denver.
Yeah, he was traded there.
Wait,
Chauncey
Billups played in Toronto?
Huh.
Yes.
Oh.
His rookie year, Toronto.
He really was a journeyman.
Wait, his rookie year? I thought he was just in Denver his rookie year.
He was traded.
Oh, no, you're talking about Paul. Wait, are we doing Paul George or
he's
Tracy
talking
McGrady?
about Tracy McGrady.
Yeah.
So Tracy McGrady's rookie year, he played with Chauncey Billups.
Yes.
Oh,
Huh.
okay.
97, 98 Toronto Raptors.
Imagine if
Did
they
not
waited
know
for
that.
Chauncey to develop.
That's what I was saying. His team had good talent.
Right.
They had some talented players
have
here.
a coach. I mean, like, did that coach ever coach again? I've never heard of him.
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Darrell Walker, Butch Carter. No. All right, so let's move on. Let's move on to the 2001-2002 Orlando Magic roster. The coach was Doc Rivers, like I mentioned earlier. Their record was 44-38, and here are some of their teammates: Darrell Armstrong.
Darryl Armstrong.
Once again, D. Brown. Patrick Ewing. Remember Patrick Ewing was on Orlando?
Oh, yeah.
Number 6.
Yeah. Horace Grant was on that team.
Yep.
Oh, gosh. He must have been old at that point, too.
Another player that had a son in the NBA, Jaren Jackson.
Oh, senior.
Wow.
He played with Jaren Jackson a couple times.
We do, yeah.
Mike Miller.
Okay. Young Mike Miller, okay.
Here's a name for you. Bo Outlaw.
Whoop.
I remember Travis Outlaw, but not Bo Outlaw.
I remember Bo. I think Bo Outlaw wore glasses or
he wore goggles.
Any relation to Travis or no?
No.
Not sure.
I don't think so. Monty Williams, coach.
Oh, Monty.
Yeah, and of course, his running mate, Grant Hill.
This was Orlando, right?
Yes, Orlando.
Yeah.
On 102.
Okay.
Yeah, Grant Hill, wish he would have stayed healthy, but Pistons Grant Hill was really good.
Yeah.
Yes.
They were comparing him to Michael Jordan for a little bit there.
Yeah.
All right, so let me ask you guys this question. Who complimented Tracy McGrady's game so far in his career?
I don't know.
Lucas wasn't around.
Look, I was like...
No, he didn't catch T-Mac until Houston, he said earlier.
Yeah.
So, I'll say Grant Hill. And the reason why I say Grant Hill, despite the injuries, you had a tremendously decorated collegiate player who, like you said, Maurice, with the Pistons, was a standout player compared to Michael Jordan. So when they paired up in Orlando, I think whatever role he played in nurturing the talent of T-Mac, along with the coaching of Doc Rivers, I think Grant Hill, and I'm sure T-Mac will attest to this, that Grant Hill is just the ultimate pro, the ultimate teammate, good person on and off the court. Nasty when it came to his game.
Mm-hmm.
But like you alluded to, Maurice, those injuries really slowed him down. And had he stayed healthy and they had Tim Duncan, T-Mac might have a ring right now.
Yeah. And this is like a year after Penny Hardaway left. Well, he could have had Penny Hardaway.
That's right, yeah. He was with Phoenix.
Yeah. Penny Hardaway was still an okay player. He had his own string of injuries as well.
Yeah.
All right, so let's move on to the 07-08 Rockets. I picked this year because this was the most wins they had in the season, 55-27. Rick Adelman, the executive, was Daryl Morey. Some of his teammates that season were Rafer Alston, Shane Battier, Steve Francis. I think Steve Francis was traded. He was the one he traded for
T-Mac.
Yeah. Here's a name for you, Luther Head.
Okay.
I remember Luther Head as like a guy on NBA Live because I used to play Live before 2K. That was just like the end of the bench type of guy.
Okay. Okay.
That's all I remember of Luther Head.
All right. Bobby Jackson.
Right.
That's a big name.
Yeah.
Though I suspect he was at the end of his prime at that point.
Yeah. Of course, Yao Ming.
Yao.
You forget that their backup center was Mutombo. Rest in peace.
Mutombo was extremely good as a backup at the age of 42. He was, because of Yao's injury in 2009, he was starting as the backup, as the starting center in that playoff series against Portland before he broke his ankle.
Yeah, so Paul George and Tracy McGrady played with Georgetown Bigs.
Yeah.
McGrady played with Mutombo and Ewing, both at the end of their
players
careers.
that crossed over?
Well, they crossed over and played each other.
Was there? Yes, there was. Luis Scola.
Yes, there were.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, he did play for the Rockets. That's what I remember. Scola.
He was actually on this team. I was going to get to it, but Lucas kind of
sorry.
He was the next player up. Him, Luis Scola, Steve Novak, Bonzi Wells, and Carl Landry, and Gerald Green. I remember Gerald Green. Gerald Green was a really good dunker. I remember Gerald Green.
He was one of the best.
He might have played with Gerald Green. Did Gerald Green ever get to the Pacers? Hang on, I'll check.
I don't know. But that was no, he did not. He did not. Actually, he did play with the Pacers, 2012, 2013.
Then yeah, that's another player.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So let me ask you guys this before I ask which teammate stood out the most in Tracy McGrady's career. And by the way, he also played for the Knicks, the Spurs. I'm forgetting the team. Why am I forgetting the team?
Detroit, Atlanta.
Detroit. Yeah. Yeah, but those are at the end of his career, 1-year contracts. So let me ask you guys this. Who won the most games with Tracy McGrady?
I'll go. I'm going to say Dwight Howard.
No, Dwight got drafted in 2004, dude.
Yeah, Dwight never played with Tracy McGrady.
He didn't? Oh, that's right. He played with Steve Francis after he got traded. All right, let me take that back. Tracy McGrady, most wins. I have no idea.
It was a person I mentioned. I mentioned his name.
And that's either Orlando or Houston. Oh, man, Lucas, you go.
I'm going to go with Yao.
I was going to say Yao, too.
Yeah.
I'll go Yao Ming, too.
All right. Both of you guys are correct.
Okay.
All right. Very good.
Yeah. 152 wins with Yao Ming. They both played 5 seasons with the Rockets. Actually, number 2 is the Mutombo with 148.
Wow.
I don't even remember Mutombo playing 5 years with the Rockets.
Apparently
5
so.
years? Okay.
Yeah. And number 3 was a person I didn't mention, but he actually played with McGrady with the Rockets and Magic, Juwan Howard.
Okay. I vaguely remember him playing with the Rockets.
I don't remember him playing. I'll be honest. The only team I remember Juwan Howard playing with was
Miami.
ring chasing with Miami. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did he even play? Who did he play with?
When he was with the Bullets or the Wizards, he had a prominent role. Yeah.
Yeah, he played with Weber on that team too.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so let me ask you guys this. Throughout his career, Tracy McGrady's career, what teammate stood out the most?
I think it's going to have to be Yao, right? He had his most success.
He definitely stands out.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he never really got the chance to play a lot with Grant Hill, and Grant Hill was injured, so it's Yao, right?
Yeah, Grant Hill only played, I think I looked at the numbers, he only played 4 or 5 games 1 year with T-Mac, and then the next year 16, and even less than that the following year. I'm going to go his cousin, Vince Carter, because, I mean, one of the most popular dunk contests in history is the 2000s, when they both competed against each other. And even though playing time was sparse for T-Mac, and one of the reasons why he probably, I forget if he got traded to Orlando or if he left, but I think one of the biggest what ifs in NBA history is, had those two stayed together in Toronto, what that franchise would have turned out to be during that time period. Because they were both young. They were both young and vibrant. Skill was there. Coaching, not so sure about that, but had those two stayed together, I would predict they would have won at least one chip.
You guys want to hear something crazy? We keep talking about Grant Hill and Tracy McGrady. Grant Hill and Tracy McGrady won 20 games together.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's it.
Grant Hill was hurt. He was hurt all 3 or 4 years that he was.
They only want
on the roster.
It's honestly shocking how well he played with Phoenix after that Orlando run, because he was starting for Phoenix at the power.
Grant Hill, he did come back. He did come back. He actually made the All-Star game.
Did he?
The year that I think T-Mac left.
I think that was reputation.
It might have been.
No, he averaged 19 points a game. Grant Hill was still good. Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy because they played 3 seasons at Orlando together, but they only won 20 games.
Yeah.
So that was just
another what if. Another what if.
That's another what if. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I might have found another player that played with both Tracy McGrady and Paul George. I just need to check something.
Dude, what ifs with T-Mac? What if Yao didn't get hurt?
That would be a fun episode. What if?
We're going to do that. Yeah.
Okay. Just give me 1 second. I need to figure out what year Paul George left.
And Maurice, just one other thing that you mentioned earlier that stood out to me. Both players, Paul George and Tracy McGrady, in terms of their drafting, you had 2 Hall of Famers involved with the selection of those 2 players. Paul George, obviously Larry Bird had his hand in that. And then with Toronto, Isaiah Thomas, Hall of Famer, who took a risk and took a kid right out of high school. So there you go.
So there's a third player.
Who?
I'll give you a hint. It's a point guard, and he played 1 year with both players.
Both players point guard?
Don't know if he was starting for T-Mac's team at that time. Probably not.
Right. Point guard. It's not Steve Francis.
Think later in McGrady's career. I'm not counting San Antonio either.
Are you counting the Knicks?
I am. I'm not counting San Antonio because obviously Kawhi Leonard would be an answer there too.
Is it Raymond Felton?
No. Good guess though.
Yeah.
Think about that tier of level of playing at the point guard position.
Charlie
Give
Ward?
you a hint. He's been popping up on podcasts as of late.
Point guard?
Yeah.
Lou Williams?
Nope.
Lou. Oh, that was a good guess. Who is it? Lucas.
Jeff Teague.
Okay. All right.
He is. I do see him on podcasts all the time.
Yeah, let me check to see if Lou Williams was on that Atlanta Hawks team. Now I'm curious.
Yeah, he did play for Atlanta.
Yeah, that's why I'm checking. Because obviously, if you go with the Spurs run too, then Kawhi would have played with T-Mac during that finals run.
I just think the similarities between the executives and the coaches is, I thought that was pretty good.
Nope, but he did play with a current NBA head coach during his time with Atlanta.
Oh, JJ Redick?
Nope.
Who is it?
Willie Green.
Willie Green?
Oh, I keep forgetting about Willie Green.
Yeah.
No Lou Williams that year.
We ready to go?
We're done.
Now that we've given you all the facts on Paul George and Tracy McGrady, it's time for you to make your case.
At this point, it's not about our opinion. It's about yours.
We'll see you on your favorite social media platform, ready to check out your takes. Chime in on Instagram at NBA_now_and_pod, on X at NBA_now_and_then, and don't forget our YouTube and Facebook pages, NBA Now and Then.
For the sources of information used in this episode, you can visit our website, www.nbanowandthen.com. Also visit our website to sign up for a monthly newsletter and check out our comparison articles.
Don't forget you can follow the NBA stars we featured on today's episode through their social media.
You can follow Paul George on X at YG_Trace and Instagram at YGTrace.
And you can follow Tracy McGrady on X at TMac_213 and on Instagram at TMac. All right, folks, that was our comparison episode of PG-13 and T-Mac. On behalf of Lucas and Maurice, you guys take care out there, and peace.
See you guys.
Auf Wiedersehen. while shooting 43.5% from the field and 33.8% from the free throw line. Let me try that again. 33.8% from the free throw. I can't say it now.
Free throw.
Free throw.